Well, hey, authors, entrepreneurs, and marketing heroes, wherever it is that you might be tuning in to watch today. I'm going to quickly share with you here three things. That's it, just three, quick, short, and easy. Three things you need to know before you create and name your signature program. Of course, I'm talking about signature programs, but really these three things are the same three things that you need to know if you want to create and name your book or a lead magnet or freebie or create content for social media. The rules are the same no matter what you're creating and naming. And so let's just dive straight in. So the first thing that you absolutely must dial in, and I feel like I'm a bit of a broken record when I talk about this, but I'm still seeing authors, entrepreneurs, people making this same mistake with their marketing. And that's they don't know who their program is for. So who is your program for? Who is your book for? Who's going to be reading it? Um, who is going to be downloading your lead magnet or your freebie? When you know who your program is for, then the job of creating and naming it becomes so much easier. And this is where I see people struggling with, they feel like if they narrow down and focus in, or they niche, right? And whether you call it a niche or a niche, I kind of like niche when I'm talking in a sentence, but when I'm talking about it on brand, I usually use niche because it rhymes with rich. And then I've got write and grow rich and niche and grow rich. So, you need to know who your program, your book, your lead magnet is for in order to be able to create and name it effectively. And this sounds so simple, but I still see so many people making this mistake. They feel like narrowing down into a niche topic or into a niche audience is limiting who's going to come to them. But when you niche, what really happens is it becomes like a beacon of light. So imagine a lighthouse on the corner of a rocky bluff, right? And what it does is it draws your eye in, right? It attracts people. It also acts like a magnet, if you want to use a different analogy, to magnetically draw in the people that are attracted to you. So knowing who your program, your book, or your lead magnet is for is critically important to be able to create and name it effectively. The next thing you want to know is you want to know what the problem it is that they have. What are they struggling with? What keeps them up at night? When you can nail this part of your customer journey, if you will, then you are able to meet them where they're at, start talking to them in their language. And you get the effect of when you're able to speak to people's problems and their struggles, they literally end up putting up their hand, literally and figuratively, going, oh my God, she's talking to me. Or, oh my goodness, I can't believe that it feels like he's in my head and he knows exactly what I'm going through, which creates that connection, right? It creates relatability, and it's really, really important. And then the third part of this equation is you absolutely need to know what is the result that you're promising to help somebody get if they take your program, if they read your book, if they download your lead magnet, right? You can see how this works across all of the different pieces of content and the assets that you're going to create for your business. So what is that result that you're going to help them get? And then you can use all of this information. The best part is to name your program, your book, create your book title, to create a juicy name for your lead magnet or downloadable or freebie. And like I was able to do, we'll use mine as an example. Write and Grow Rich was my final title that I chose, but I was actually looking at some other titles. I was toying with Awaken the Author Within. But who I knew my ideal client was entrepreneurs, right? Coaches, consultants, service professionals and service providers, healers, course creators, speakers. And so I felt like Awaken the Author Within was a title that was not going to just attract those types of writers that I was looking for, but maybe also people looking to write an autobiography or a book of poems or authors that wanted to write a romance novel or a science fiction novel. And of course, that is not the ideal audience that I'm looking for. There are book coaches that help people with that type of book, but my book was specific to entrepreneurs, coaches, consultants. So when I knew and I was able to distinguish who my book was for, then the title became easy, right? It was not Awaken the Author Within. It became Write and Grow Rich. It was the absolute title I had to pick. So your program is no different. If you've got a program that you're trying to name, you want to take who your program is for, what problem your client or prospect has, and what is the result they're going to get if they take your program. And you want to put it into a title that is not only going to speak to those benefits and results, but it uses clear and simple language. You want to call out your ideal client if you can in the title of your program. You want to make your program name short and sweet and easy to say so it rolls off your tongue. And the last thing you want to do when you're naming things is you want to make sure you avoid being clever. Because I know we have this need sometimes to be clever, but when you're trying to be clever, you're actually confusing your audience. And we all know the rule, right? That a confused mind says no. So you want to be simple. You want to use results language. You want to call out your reader. You want to make sure, again, that you are using, sorry, I forgot the fourth one. You are making it short and to the point, sorry, and then you're avoiding being clever. So I'll give you some examples. So you already saw mine, Write and Grow Rich, but here's a couple of really other great examples of how to put this into action to name your program or your book or your lead magnet. And so one of the ones, my business coach, 𝐧𝐸, this is one of her trainings, the Profitable Speaker Training. You can see it's really short and simple, easy language, 3 words. But you know, if you take this training, what you're likely going to get. You're not going to know exactly all of the bits and pieces of what you're going to get, but you know that you're going there to learn how to be a more effective speaker, probably, right? Who's going to make money from speaking. My friend Michelle Abraham is a podcast coach and producer. Her program, Podcasting for Partners, helps podcasters use their podcast as a platform to bring on collaborative partners, JV partners, affiliate partners, so that they can collaborate together and grow faster together. So I thought that was a really great example. Another entrepreneur friend of mine, Kelly Sinclair, she has a program called Entrepreneur School. So again, you know who it's for. She's got the name of her perfect client in the title. It's for entrepreneurs. And you can imagine if you're going to entrepreneur school, you're going to learn a bunch of stuff that's going to help you be a better entrepreneur, right? You might not know all the details of her program from her title, but this gives you a really good jumping off point. Amy Porterfield's program, the List Builders Lab, again, her preferred method of building the list is through email marketing, but she teaches you how to build a list so you know what the result is you're going to get, right? That's a results oriented title. You know, you're going to go to her lab and you're going to learn how to build your list, which is amazing. And then if you're still struggling, like what if you've got a bunch of different programs and you're not sure which one is your signature program? Because I got that question yesterday in my Marketing Mastery Academy training, where we're doing just this. We're helping create, design a profitable signature program, right, from the marketing perspective. So who it is you're trying to serve. And one of the questions came up, well, I'm not sure what to name my signature program because I've got I've got a bunch of programs that I could be running. So I wanted to show this as an example of what that might look like. And this is Jillian Michaels. So if you know Jillian Michaels, she's a online health and fitness guru. And she has, I think her main, if I recall correctly, I believe her main program is called Body Revolution, which again is just a big overarching title for her work. But you can see that she's got a whole bunch of other titles or for smaller mini programs. So she's got the Fitness for Beginners. So you know exactly who it is that's going to be going to that class. If you're a seasoned pro in the world of fitness, you're not going to go to the class called Fitness for Beginners, right? She's got the bangin' bikini body. She's got sexy abs. She's got the 6-week bridal boot camp, her booty boot camp. So, you know, you're going to be working on your butt, and her lean legs program. And what I love about this example is that not only does it tell you exactly what you're going to be doing in each of those programs, but a lot of them can be used to stagger out your offerings, either seasonally or based on times of year when people want to do these things more, right? So you know that the Bangin' Bikini Body promo is going to be happening sometime in the spring to get ready for summer, right? And the 6-week bridal boot camp, again, might also be happening in late spring or early summer, because July and August are really big wedding months. And people might want to take the 6-week bridal boot camp to be able to get into their wedding dress. So I hope that this was valuable information for you to be able to create and name your very own signature program. And what I'd like to know is, if you already have a signature program, I want to know what the name of your signature program is. Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your awesome title for your program. And maybe someone is looking for exactly the help that you provide right now. So wherever you're watching from, whether it's live or whether it's on the replay, drop your signature program title or your book title or your lead magnet title into the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. And until tomorrow, stay safe, stay strong, and stay positive. Have a great one.